Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services, and we are going to do another posting on the Cartrivision repair restoration. I have seen video equipment in my days, but this thing has got to be, I will have to admit, one of the hardest machines you could ever work on. The mechanics on this machine, the way it was made, rust, locking in place from the materials that they used, aluminum and metal parts, which are always not a good combination because they do lock up after they sit for a long time, and you have to break a lot of things loose, and oil, grease, the whole 9 yards. But anyways, got some news today, and I wanted to post. As you can see, of course, we know that the good news on the fish tank that I have, that I put brand new capacitors in, we know that that's powering the unit up. We know that power is pumping through the capacitors on this unit, and we know that this electronics is working because we're getting power through the unit. We do know that at this point. Okay, as you walk in the back of the unit, I wanted to point out, boy, this is amazing. Took the motor out. This thing is completely freed up. Unbelievable. The motor is in perfect order. Can never find one of these units that has a good motor. It's unbelievable how hard it is to find a Cartrivision that doesn't have a motor that's seized. And I mean, once they're seized, these particular motors are garbage. I'm sure you could replace them with another motor out there if you could find one, which I haven't actually attempted to do, but you kind of want to stick with the same part that the unit came with. They obviously use this particular motor for a reason. But wanted to point out something else, which was really kind of luck. The motor run capacitor for this motor right here, I was going to change it out anyways. This motor run capacitor is dead as a doornail. I mean, dead. Took a meter on it. I'm getting no capacitor reading on it at all. It should be a 3.5, and it's not. This is a hard capacitor to find. I was on eBay the other day. I found the exact one. It was only one listing of somebody who had some of these. This is a really hard capacitor. Of course, you could probably bridge it with, smaller capacitors, pigtail capacitors or whatever. I mean, you could actually do that if you really wanted to build a capacitor for it. It's not like a total crisis if a capacitor isn't found, but I'm trying to replace everything factory and stock as possibly can be found. But this capacitor here was dead as a doornail. It explains why it was running a little fast. I did notice that, and it's just the motor run capacitor was just not slowing the unit down. Well, what these do is they start the motor and they keep it at a consistent speed. Well, unfortunately, this one's dead as a doornail, and it wasn't doing anything. So anyways, I did order a new one, and I should probably get that on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll install it on the motor assembly. But kind of figured this capacitor was shot. I was right. It definitely isn't any good. Well, when these things sit for like 50 years, what do you expect? I mean, this thing was made in 1973 or 70, 71, 72, 73, in that area, whatever the manufacturing date was. But anyways, we're going to change out the motor run capacitor. And now that I get the motor off, you guys can see more of the mechanics of the back of this unit. You see here, you got this is your capstan motor actually assembly. Basically, your top of the motor spins this, and this spins your capstan. That spins your capstan rubber roller, which I spoke in a video that I've got a brand new set of 2 of them being made. Talk about luck. Having someone who can actually repair and make brand new rollers from old rollers. I mean, this guy is amazing. I've seen his work. If you go on his website, Terry Rollers, you could do a search for it. This guy's work with rubber rollers for electronic reel-to-reels and video equipment and audio equipment. It's absolutely insane what this guy does. But he makes brand new rubber rollers with fresh, brand new rubber to the exact specs. It's absolutely insane. And that's vital. That runs this, capstan motor, because that's what pulls your tape through the machine. And the rubber roller is vital on this machine. You got to have a good one, I mean, for consistency. But anyways, we've got 2 brand new ones being built, and they should be shipped probably by the end of the week. And I'm going to install brand new rubber rollers. Also, I wanted to point out, guys, as you can see, I've been freeing everything up, lubing, greasing, and all that kind of stuff. To get everything in order, I actually had to make a new board. It was a little extension board. It was on the top of this that plugged into the video amp card, which is right here. That little board broke, so I actually had to how you say it, jolly rig, as you would call it. I had a new circuit board, so I cut off a square and redesigned it with the same circuitry that was on the other one, because it actually snapped in a very bad spot, and wired it in, and we replaced that. But anyways, I'm taking the repair on this machine in stages. This thing is a behemoth. It's like trying to rebuild the Titanic. Literally, guys. It's like, okay, let's build the Titanic. Oh, it's an impossible feat. Well, that's about what you're looking at here. You got to really want it bad to fix one of these units. That's all I can tell you. But since I'm very skilled in electronic repair and been doing this for over 30 plus years, you know I'm going to get this thing going. And once I do get it going, I'm going to post some, play a video and show people what we can do with this. But we're going to get this Cartrivision working. Trust me. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video.